This is LL Cool J, and I got something new.
R-O-U-G-H-E-R, rougher. So here we are.
My soon-to-be released album playing cut by cut on your telephone. Each and every day you hear a different cut. Now I want you to hear it first before it hits the stores so you know what time it is. The LL Cool J Countdown. Call now so I can hit you with it first.
$2 the first minute, 45 cents for each additional minute.
LL Cool J did really well 2 years ago with his hit album, Bigger and Deffer. He's been in the music business for 5 years now and has just released his third album, Walking with a Panther, including songs like Nitro, It Gets No Rougher, Jealous, and the return of the song, Jack the Ripper. He's out on tour with De La Soul and Slick Rick. It's a pleasure to welcome back to Video Soul, a smiling LL Cool J.
How you doing?
All right, man. How you doing? Good to see you again. Man, what do you do, man? I mean, when you first came, man, I grabbed you. It's like, I mean, you're rock hard.
Try to stay physically fit and live clean, you know?
Yeah.
Keep my body pure. Sound body, sound mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what do you do? I mean, you lift, you run?
Calisthenics, a lot of calisthenics. Stay strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Have you always been into that?
Definitely. I stay away from the beer and the football game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just constantly calisthenics and stuff. Keep strong.
Did you play sports when you were in school?
Yeah, I played football.
Oh, what position?
Tailback and tackle, guard, nose guard. I played a lot of positions.
Really?
Definitely.
You had to be rough. Play nose guard.
It's rugged, believe me. Believe me.
I mean, I could tell, again, just grabbing your arms, it's like, man, this cat is, I mean, it's like a board.
Don't let I need love fool you.
So what do you need bodyguards for, man? I mean, as big as you are.
No.
So tell me about your new album.
The new album is new. And
okay. That's funny. You should be smiling.
Oh, we're gonna have the smile off contest. No, the new album, I worked on it for 7 months, 7.5 months, and it's music to the max in every configuration, as Angela Thomas puts it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's 16 on the album, 18 on the CD, and 20 on the cassette.
Whoa!
So it's a lot of songs, and this is it. And I didn't put 2 pieces of vinyl because I didn't want to charge the kids more. I wanted to just give them a lot of music for a little bit of money because I know everybody can't afford to go pay $16 for a double album.
Right.
So I just gave them a lot of songs for the regular price, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm sure they appreciate it. But now this is different for you. You've got, you say 16 on the album, and 18 on the CD, 20 on the cassette.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard of adding different...
on
more
the CD.
Yeah, but I mean, you've added even more on the cassette.
Definitely, because the CD only holds, I believe, like 72 minutes of music, whereas the cassette, you know, you can have a 120-minute cassette or whatever you want it to be. So
yeah.
The cassette holds the most music, so we pump the cassette up. You know what I mean?
Never any thoughts about holding some of that stuff for another album?
No. Once I make it, if it doesn't make the album, it's finished.
Oh, really?
You know, if it didn't make it this time, why should it make it next time? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Okay. You know, when I first met you, man, we were at the cast party for Crush Groove. And, of course, you hadn't hit at the time. And we're standing out on the street just to come out of the party. And you came out, and you had this brother with you with the box, you see. Box! You hit the box, and you went through...
I Can't Live Without My Radio.
Yeah, I Can't Live Without My Radio. Right there on the streets. I'm like, whoa, check this cat out.
Hype.
I'm telling you.
Definitely.
You're always that pumped up.
I'm into my music. I really love it. You know what I mean? And I'm just grateful that I have the opportunity to do this and touch so many people. You know?
But you know, when I saw you that night on the streets of New York doing that, it's like, God, he's very talented, you know, obviously, and you're really into what you're doing. But I had no idea that 5 years later, I mean, you would be like LL Cool J.
Yeah. Well, I just thank God, you know, that I can do this, you know, and I write all my own songs, make most of my music, you know, like I did 85% of the music on my album as well. I produced the album. All my albums, basically, but I did 85% of the music on this album and 100% of the lyrics, and just, you know, I'm just into it.
And when you say you did the music, you played?
Well, I play by ear a little bit. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have to loop it. You know what I mean? I'm not no on-beat keyboard player, but I play a little bit by ear, and tracks and stuff. Just, you know, a lot of creative input on my part. You know, just making it right. You know, I was involved. You know, along with a lot of other people.
Yeah. So you sound like, I mean, like all your time is spent on your art.
I really work hard on my music. You know, it's very important to me, more than anything else, just to make sure that people understand that, you know, I do this right. You know what I mean? It's very important to me.
On the front of the album, comes with a sticker, explicit lyrics, parental advisory.
On one version. And then we have a clean version of the album.
Oh,
for
really?
Yeah, for those parents who feel like, well, you know, I like his music, but sometimes it gets a little offensive. We have a clean version of the album that's in the stores as well, so they can get the clean version. You know what I mean?
Really?
Now you have an option. You have a PG and an R now. You know what I mean?
Now that's unique. I've never heard of that being done before.
Yeah, because I want to be able to touch everybody, and I want somebody's grandmother to be able to sit down and listen to my music as well. You know what I mean? So we have a clean version of the album for all those people who, you know, a little bit, you know, like to shy away a little bit.
LL, I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of them. I haven't heard the clean version yet.
Well, we have a clean version.
From the version I heard, my grandmother would not listen to it. Matter of fact, my grandmother would slap me if she heard me listening to it.
Slap LL. Slap LL. No, but we have a clean version. We made a clean version just to make sure that everybody can get into the LL Cool J music. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this. What do you lose in between the clean version and the one with explicit lyrics? I mean, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, why do you feel that you need that you have to? I mean, some of the things that you say on there, I mean, like one thing in particular, I guess I can't say
I know what you're saying.
But, you know, I mean, you talk about teeth prints on your
I know what you mean.
genitals. I mean, that, that's pretty explicit. And I'm just, you know, why do you need that?
Okay, this is why. It's almost like, you know, a parent chastising their kid. You know, sometimes they use profanity to get their point across. You know what I mean? They might not necessarily do that in public, but, you know, a lot of times they do that to get their point across. I just, you know, I'm just real with my songs. When I sit down and write a song, you know, I just go for just to be real, and whatever I feel, if that's what I feel right at that moment, I have to say it. You know, I have to clean it up later, but I have to say it now, you know. It's like that. I really say those things from the heart, you know, but a lot of times I'm being funny. See, it's almost like people paying to see Eddie Murphy, you know what I mean? It's just funny, you know what I mean? It just happens to be profanity involved with the humor. You know, it's just profanity involved with the music, but it's all in good fun. You know, it's not, I'm not trying to be detrimental or, you know, anything like that.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you mention Eddie Murphy, because when listening to the lyrics that we were talking about, I thought about that. I said, well, you know, a lot of parents don't know what's in some of these records. I mean, you can stick a little sticker on there, and sometimes they aren't on there. But it's not always the parents that are buying it. Now, you can tell your kid, well, you can't buy the Eddie Murphy album because you know what's there. When they go out to buy LL Cool J, you think, well, that's cool. You know, he's cool. He did I Need Love. And they come home with this other stuff.
That's why we have a clean version. That's why I had to make sure that there was a clean version. So if a kid ever brings my album home and they play a part and the parent says, what's that, don't play it, they can take it right back and get a clean version, go home and play it all day long in front of grandma.
Okay, in front of grandma. All right.